Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to my Floramancer world for a morning grind stream. That means I've got about 1 hour before I need to start doing some work. So we're gonna have some fun here. As I promised, this weekend we are going to work on getting the Gourmaryllis flower automated, and then hopefully getting it automated in the production of mana as well. We're starting here with the farms that we built this weekend. We've got our cactus farm over here, which is doing nicely, and our melon farm over here, which is also doing nicely. We will be putting a pumpkin farm on the top of this because there's no reason to make a separate area. We'll just stack a pumpkin farm on top because we're going to need pumpkins as well at some point. So these are doing great. Yay! I don't believe I have any more. Yeah, it's still 24. I need to work on getting this automated. I like that I have 4 stacks here, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. We're not using a lot of mushrooms. I do know this. I need to do this 3rd row. I need to get some more aggro carnations. I made 2 more yesterday, but there's none on this 2nd layer that I recall, and the 3rd layer is not even done. So I'd like to get that going because we've only got 3 stacks of wheat left, and this was a full drawer. And that's because we're feeding cows now. So I need to make sure that I'm boosting the wheat supply. Yeah. What did I do yesterday? I don't think I did a whole lot on here yesterday. Just trying to think. That might have been it, the aggro carnations. This morning, though, I did some building. Where we're going to be. The Gourmaryllis is over here, the mana generating area. And so I started decorating. Just barely started. So I've got a floor. We have a floor in, I have the coarse dirt in where the random carpet is going to place the flowers. We'll need to duplicate this on this side. We're going to make this side run first because I'm not quite sure I have steak and potato production high enough to handle 6 flowers. I might run out of steak. We need to be able to turn these off when we run low on resources, so we have to keep that in mind. And I think I know what I'm going to do for that. We're going to be controlling the hourglasses to turn it on and off based on resource supply. But first, we actually need to craft the Gourmaryllis. Remember, we were doing it here. We're just filling these droppers with supplies, and every hour it was crafting one. This is currently empty. We don't have any. We're going to automate that with Corporea, and that way I won't have to manually do the resources anymore. The summer rune is working. We should have a decent supply. Let's see. That's not accurate. Rune. It's because it's the rune of summer. There we go, we have 32. So it is working. Our runic altar has crafted the supply that we need. So down here in our flower crafting area is where we're going to be working. Right here. I've already placed a couple of starter things in here. We're going to put our Gourmaryllis in this item frame. And we're going to do exactly the same thing we've been doing for all of these others. Okay, so we're going to use the red string containers and the corporeal funnels. Start with the containers, funnels, sparks, and how many am I going to need? For the Gourmaryllis, I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then seeds and buckets, so that's 7. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. Rotate you. 6, 7. Are you facing the right way? You are. Okay. So we have all of that, and I need to clear out above it. All right. So if we do this, it will automatically place the sparks for us if we don't shift. And come down here. There we go. And then we need item frames on all of these. All right. Whoops. Are we onto the redstone? I think we are. We need a crystal cube and a comparator. And I don't know if we need those. All right. Need space back here. Oh, I need to make an hourglass. Okay. Let's see. Why do I have these? Just because I want them to look the same. Block, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna have to come back over here again, but let's see if I can't copy that. So we need a lot more space back here. All right, 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be a repeater and 2 lines of redstone, and then right here is going to be the hourglass. And 3. Was it 3? I need to make sure I have the same number because that way it'll make the same number of flowers. 3 and then the... Okay. And for some reason... Oh! Yeah, let's raise you. And that needs to go there. There we go. Then I need a corporeal spark. And we'll get you there. And did I take the comparator out? I did, yes sir. Great. Come on, you can go there. There, 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 and then a repeater. There. And then we need to put redstone on the top of all of those. All right. And we need to configure that to a Gourmaryllis when we have one. Let's get ourselves an hourglass and 2 red sand. That'll be 20 seconds for the clock. And then we need to grab one of each of the items or the item frames. Okay. Like that, we get 2 red sand, and then we need the Gourmaryllis items. Then we need seeds and a bucket of water. Water bucket? Aha. All right. All right, so come on, I need, there we go, target the item frame. Okay, so the light gray and yellow are both 2. So there we go. That should be that. And then we need to do, we need a upper hawk. Okay, so we definitely need to get one of those before I start running this. So let's make one of those. I would like to set up some bulk basic flower crafting. I have not done that yet, and I just keep coming to this lone petal apothecary. I really should work on that. It's not something I think I will do on camera because it'll be very much like our runic altar down there. Let's see. Hopper hawk. We need 2 of those, 2 of those, and that. And then we need seeds. Alright. Great. And this will go behind the pillar here so that it can manage 2 flowers right there. And now we should be able to fire this off. And see what happens. Is the corporea too far away, perhaps? Oh. Ah, fantastic. There's one. We need to put a corporeal spark on there. There's the second one. Great. And that one's actually going to go in here. And we're going to take this one with us because will we need it? I don't think we'll need it. Okay. Oops, I didn't need to pick up the bucket. Alright. Off it goes. Yay! So now we're getting Gourmaryllis flowers. Let's take our redstone box. Which also means we're going to take a look, which also means that our runes should be crafting. I like to make sure things are functioning the way they should. But, yep, looks like it's one of them's crafting at least. That's a rune of mana. That's not even the rune that, this is a Rosa Arcana rune. So the timer must not have gone for the runes just yet. Alright. But they will, because fire and summer are both below 32, so they're going to need to be, it's very likely that they're set to craft down here. Yep, here's the fire rune, and then the next time this cycle's over, oh, it must be doing one right now. Yep, it's gotta be. And then the summer rune should also be set like that. Yep, it'll trigger here pretty soon. So everything is working correctly, and yay! Oh, there it goes. Fire rune's done. Okay. Now, let's see, what resources might I need? Gourmaryllis. We need some mana spreaders, and I need just the basic pulse ones. It doesn't look like I have any. So we'll have to make some. Do I have any petals in here? I do. And we're gonna need we're gonna need open crates and hoppers, and we're definitely gonna need messenger lenses, and we're gonna need diluted mana pools. Just trying to think ahead. Alright, so planks. Oh, we're gonna need 3. And then I need to do 3, nope, 6 mana steel ingots. Alright, and we're gonna do it's not mana steel, it's gold. Dang it. Alright, boy, we don't have a whole lot of gold. Okay, so we have those, and then we need redstone. I just grab a bunch of that. These are going to be our pulse mana spreaders. We're going to need to make more of these. Those are just paper and lenses. Fit for paper, so we'll need to make some paper. Onto sugar canes. Okay. There we go. I knew it was plural. Whoops. Alright. And then 2 mana steel ingots. 2 because this will be for one side of the Gourmaryllis hull. All right. So before we get it running, because we're now making Gourmaryllis flowers, and we'll just change this to be a corporeal funnel with an hourglass on top so it'll request it in the right time. But what we need to do is make it so that we can control if the hourglasses are running or not. And there's only one way to do that. The only way to turn them on and off is with a mana pulse. So what we're going to do is use mana spreaders and the messenger lens, which means a very small amount of mana will be sent, and it's just going to turn the timer on and off based on whether or not there are resources available. What I do need to figure out is I know how to send a pulse when it's out of resources to turn them off. I don't know how to turn them back on. So I have to figure that out. Because when the redstone signal, so I need to send a single pulse when they don't have enough resources to continue eating food. But then I also need to send a pulse when they can be restarted. So that's something I'm gonna have to learn through this. So I want to decide where these mana spurs are gonna go. And I think they're gonna go in the wall. So, okay, that's the height they need to be. And this is the wall. So they're gonna go there. Yep. Put the messenger lens on it. And we'll put the mana pool on top, and we'll run the redstone line on the back of it. Okay, so diluted mana pool. I suppose I could put the mana pool on the below it. So there's a mana pool here where all these are pointed to, and this mana pool has a spark and it pushes all of the mana that way. I think that's close enough that if I did it there, and we need sparks. And augments. Put a spark on there. Oh, darn it. There we go now. Can I see this? Give me access to the spark, man. Spark. There we go. Alright, so are you not? Oh, it's because there's no mana coming through the system yet. Okay. It should be close enough to the mana pools that have sparks on them to pull from that one, I hope. So we'll do the same thing for all of these. And do this first. Otherwise we'll have the same problem. I still just can't target that spark while it's there, can I? Okay. And then this one. All right. This one I might not be able to get mana to. This one I'm concerned about. It might be too far away. Alright. But those are all set up now. I just have to wire the redstone behind them when I figure that step out. Alright. So these are the three we're going to run first. We'll have to set these up another time. So we're going to need, I think I had it at 20 seconds for the timer on these. So we're gonna need some red sand. We need 6 red sand to get these running. We need to get the Gourmaryllis placed first. And that will require funnel, and we should already have an item frame. Yep. Corporeal spark, which we already have corporea here because that's how we're requesting the potatoes and steak. And then I'm gonna need to make another hourglass. Okay, get rid of you. There we go. Here instead, and then we just need the hourglass, right? And since there are 3 of them that we're going to be running, in order to maintain one every hour, the timer needs to be 20 minutes. Every 20 minutes it'll request one. So let's go get 20 soul sand and 6 red sand. 20 soul sand and 6 red sand. All right. Okay, I need to figure out. I need a button or something. I don't have. I'd like to request a Gourmaryllis to get everything started. And I bet they have them. Yep, there's one. And if I put this on the back, it should request one. Let's make sure you're connected. Yep, okay. Yep, it requested one. And now I just have to wait for that to actually place it. Oh, and come to think of it, I need to not let it go there. Alright, so placed it. Good. So we can turn this one on. There, and now it'll start working. And let's go get an hourglass. There we go. Alright. Great. Alright, so in 20 minutes we'll come back and we'll put 2 more red sand in that one, and then in 20 minutes we'll come back and do 2 more in that one. That way they're staggered. Covered up those to keep the flower from placing over here. And it does appear, you can see little mana particles going this direction. We're going to make sure that the diluted pools that we have here are filling up. Yep. So when we do get the redstone set up, these will have the mana they need to send bursts. I do know I'm going to use crystal cubes and set up an OR gate to detect if a signal needs to go through. Like I said, I haven't figured out how to send a pulse. When it's I don't know. I need to think about that. You guys can help me figure that out. That would be great too. It'll go behind the wall somewhere here where I'm going to have the crystal cubes and things, and then have the redstone lines run along here and there. So yeah, like I said, we're going to need to have, we'll have 2 crystal cubes, one with potatoes, one with steak configured, and have the comparators coming out, detecting how much is in them, and when it drops down really low, it needs to send a pulse. And then when it's high, it needs to send a pulse. So like, I know I'm not using accurate blocks. This would be the comparators. If I'm just trying to think how this would work since I'm not a redstone genius. So say these 2 are lit up. This means there's when this one's lit up, there is enough, and when this one's not lit up, there's not enough. So I'm trying to think of going this way, I can trigger it. It's the when it goes the other way that I don't know how to do that. I guess no. No, they just have comparator strength based on how much supply. So like this would be there's 1, there's 2, there's 4, there's 8, there's 16, there's 32, and it's logarithmic. It goes up to a lot. So as it falls, the signal strength would fall. Like I said, I can do sending out a signal when it goes up a certain level. And I don't know how to do the detecting in subtract mode. I wonder if there's a way to... Yeah, that's something I need to figure out. Feels very intimidating when you're facing something that you are not familiar with how to do. Because I can't just use a, I cannot just use a timer over and over again. Because when it's too low, it'll keep triggering. Well, this is running for now. Let's do a testing world. And that's running. We need 2 crystal cubes. And we're just gonna place them here. 1 here, 1 there. Need sparks on them. Are they close? That's, there we go. And if we just configure them for things, we'll do soul sand and Managlass, sure. Whoop. Alright, and then we need a chest. And we're gonna do a stack of soul sand and a stack of mana glass. We'll put the extra ones in there. So now a comparator on the back of these should detect that we have, there's a stack and 1. Okay, so again, as it decreases in amount, this will go down. So I know that I can just join these together wherever, as it's going up, that it will send a pulse to turn on. So say they're not running because it's gotten too low and then it's slowly growing, I can just connect these probably with repeaters instead. Here and here to send the lines off to do the messenger pulses. Okay, so it's grown up, it's run out and it's gone up, so now it's going to send the pulse to run. But what I need to also do is, if it's like up here currently where it's got way more than enough, it could, I need it to send a pulse when this goes out. And I'm certain there has to be a way to do that. Probably with subtraction mode. So redstone comparator in subtraction mode will subtract the signal strength of the highest side input from the signal strength of the rear input. I wonder if that would be useful to me in some way. Hi, Darkwing. Okay. Because if I did that, would it still go that way for measuring? But if it got a signal strength over here of something, No, I don't know. How to do this? How do you do this? I'm even trying to think about what certain things I've seen that do this. What does it? What things have I seen that need to detect the opposite direction? I don't know. Because so far we can only send a pulse when it has enough. And then when it drops down is when I need to send another pulse. But I don't know if there's a way to do that. This might actually be a conundrum that I can't believe I figured this out, and I'm staring at this going, I don't know. Falling edge detector? Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to learn about falling edge detectors. A falling edge detector outputs a pulse when its input turns off. That's exactly what I need. I'm gonna have to learn about these. Okay. Let's build one that's on this screen. I'm looking here just to read an output pull circuit delay. Input turns on, the output repeater is locked. It turns off. Which one do I like? There's a lot of them here. Oh, there is one based on the comparator. So the one based on the comparator, I'm trying to look at it here. The comparator goes into a block. Let's get some living rock for that because that's what I like to use. It goes into a block. And then what's on this other side, see, this is in subtraction mode. Oh, that's not what I want there. I want... see, that might not, that's not going to work right here because this is doing something other than that. This is there. I would need to put it, another comparator up further. What other ones are there? See, the subtraction one looks the smallest and doesn't have any moving parts. So if we, let's try to do this here. If we put a comparator here, put it in subtraction mode, the input is also coming out there, that way. And then this is a block so that it doesn't connect. But the problem is the output signal of this changes because of that. It won't go this way. So that's the design, but I've got a challenge now to figure out okay, so what happens? We have lamps. Okay, so I don't know how this works. Alright, I am going to call it here for today. And I am going to learn about falling edge detectors, because apparently that looks like what I need to do to make another pulse when it drops. So I need to make a pulse when it goes up, which is easy. It's the pulse when it comes down. So I'm going to have to learn about falling edge detectors and find one that I can understand and actually make work, which will probably get rid of the crystal cubes for the testing. And I'll just use like a button or a lever, probably a lever, because I'll need a constant redstone signal. But I hope you enjoyed. That's it for my morning grind today. I will be back tomorrow evening for my usual evening stream. So I will see you then, folks. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye!